What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the next video on learning MySQL from basic to black belt. My name is Curious Dani and you guys watching my channel Coraiwood. Alright, so in this video we're going to see how we learned so far. We have learned how to create our database. We have learned how we create our tables. We have learned how to select our columns. We have learned how to select everything from our tables. We have learned how to insert the database. Now we're gonna come here and here. And if you guys click on your command line, so as I said, it doesn't matter if you guys work here or here, it's going to be the same. But I would like you guys to work with this one so you guys can practice. Alright, so we mainly work with this one, but as I said, there is no harm if you guys work with this guys here, query at MySQL workbench or command prompt. So either one you guys can use. You guys can even the PHP my admin if you guys want to go and use the console there. It's up to you because all of them is MySQL. Alright, so now we're gonna go and see MySQL dash u, and we are root dash p, and we don't have a password. We get in. Alright, so we're gonna see now here, as I said, if you put a show, we put a databases, so we're gonna put a databases. If you see all the databases here, we're gonna see all the data, whatever databases we have. Alright, so now we're gonna create another database. We're gonna put a create database vehicles. For example, we're gonna come and create some database and we name it vehicle. Alright, so now our we're gonna want to create the database vehicles, and if you refresh here, then you're gonna see that vehicles our database is here, this guy here. So we can use the vehicles as well. We use the use vehicles, and now we are in the vehicles. Now we are ready to create our table. It's always a good idea, say for example, if you want to create a table, for example, we want to create table specification, what sort of vehicles we have. It's always good idea for you guys if you are working with a high intensity workplace, and if you guys don't know that your database going to contain all one of the tables, you guys always put a drop table, and we put a if exists, and whatever the database you guys like. Say for example, we put a vehicle specification. Alright, so now we're gonna see that drop if you have this table, because we want to create this table, and it says okay, there is nothing here because it doesn't have any table. Because if you guys want to create a table from the beginning, you guys need to put this. Always good idea. This is good idea. It's not necessary, as I said, but many of the professional programmers, they do this way, because this way ensures that you're not going to doubling, or there is no conflicts of the tables that you guys want to create. So but this is a very good habit. This is a very professional way of you guys gonna make sure that there is no table exists for specification. So after everything is done, query okay, then we're gonna come in here and says create table, and what's our table specifications, because specifications. Alright, so what you guys want to put it here? For example, you guys can put for example ID. You want to put a VID, for example, and that's gonna be int. If you want to put a, for example, auto load, you can put an auto load. So we put an int. And if you want to do auto load, but if you don't want to do auto load, but because here we are, if you want to put a size, for example, we can put a size 11, and the next one we put a, for example, type, and for the type we put a variable character, so varchar, and for example we put a 50. We put a 50. And then now we put a, say, number of doors. Say we put a doors, and now we put on the doors int, and we put a tires, and the tires one's going to be int as well. Very simple table. We have created database vehicles because we want to see the vehicles, and now we are creating the vehicle table specifications. We name it specifications, and VID, we got an ID, we put an int 11. We have a type, which we want to see which type. We got a var car 50, and door is a type int, and tires, how many tires the vehicle have, or we can call wheels. You can put a wheels. Okay, so here we're going to enter, and now we're going to see here that our table has been created. So specifications, if you look in here, VID, type, doors, and wheels. Alright, so how we're going to come in, we're going to create say for example, we're going to insert data now. So how we going to insert the data? If you guys want to put it here, I'm going to put it here because you guys are going to see clearly. So we're going to put a use vehicles, and now we are using vehicles. Now we want to put some sort of data. So how we going to put a data? We already know how to put a data into vehicle ID. We're going to put an insert into, so we put an insert into specification. What's the table name? Specifications. Alright, so insert into table. We have our table name is specification. You can put a type, vehicle type, whatever, and the first one is going to be the ID. Okay, what you guys put inside the ID? So we put a V ID. The second one is going to be the type. The third one is going to be the doors. The fourth one is going to be the wheels. Keep in mind, if you put a VID as an auto increment, which you guys are going to do all the time, you guys don't need to put a VID here. You guys just put it empty and it's going to fill up by itself. Okay, so now we have a column of insert inside our table VID. The first one we have then we have a type, then we have a doors, and then we have a wheel columns. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and now in so here we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 columns here. Now you guys need to put a data inside. So how you gonna put a data? You're gonna put a values, and values for singular because we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We gonna need to put a values. Alright, so now we have values. What is the value for VID? If you look in here, the VID, we put a type int. So we're gonna do numeric. This guy is here is called variable character. It means you're gonna put a string here. This guy is gonna put a number of doors. You're gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4 numeric. This one's gonna be wheels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. Depends on the vehicle type. We're gonna put a numeric here. So our integer. Alright, so here we're gonna put the first ones. We're gonna put ID is 1, and the vehicle type we're gonna put a sedan, for example, or car. Just like normal car, our sedan, we're gonna put, because some vehicles have a 5 door, some vehicles have a 7 door, and we put a sedan, for example. Okay, so now number of this one's integer, this one's var car because we put a sedan, and type and the door and the wheels we're gonna put a, say for example, 4 door and 4 wheels. Alright, so now it's done. If you hit Control Enter, and this one's now have a data inside. We're gonna see the data as well. Now this will be already inserted here. So it's number 1, and it's sedan, and it's got a 4 and 4. We can you guys can want to copy paste this one again and again and again to put all your databases here, and here you can put a ID is say 2, and this one's going to be, say for example, hatchback. Our put a limousine, and limousine, some limousines got a, say for example, now type limousine doors. Some limousines have for example 8 doors, or we put a 6 doors, and it's got a, they gotta have 6 wheels as well. So we're going to control enter, we're going to put another one, and we're going to come here and put another one. Say this time we're going to put a hatchback. I hope the spelling is good. And hatchback's got a 4 doors and four wheels. That's pretty much fine. And then now we're going to put another one, and now we'll put for example, that one's 1 2 and that one's supposed to be 3, but doesn't matter. We're going to put a 4, we're going to change it, and now we're going to put a, say for example, 4-wheel drive family, say wagon for example. We're going to put big wagon, and the number of doors, it has some of them have 7 doors, so they have 4 doors, and the number of wheels I have 4. And that's ID of 4. You guys can put a number of seats as well. You guys can insert the number of seats, but the main idea is that I just want to familiarize you guys with insert, how we're going to put insert into our table. So our vehicles have a specific table called specification, and this has a specification called a vehicle ID. It's got a type, door, and wheels. Then we're going to put ID here because we're manually inserting. So it's supposed to be 3, but we forgot to put that, but that's fine. And we have and this a type wagon, is the wheels 4 and doors 4 and the wheels 4. Alright, so now if you, I think we have if you put a select everything from specifications, and you guys gonna see is have a sedan, limo, and hatchback. So the doors that is this got a 4 and the wheels 4. Limo, the door is 6 and it's got a 6 wheel. Hatchback is 4 and 4. Alright, so now with this one's wagon, we didn't put this one, so we're gonna control and enter. That one's edit. We're gonna put another one. Say for example, now we're gonna put that one's gonna be say truck. We're gonna put the type is gonna be truck, and the truck's got a, say for example, 2 door, and it has a, say for example, 10 wheels. Control enter, and you're gonna check, and we're gonna see show everything. Now we have 1 2 3 4 5, and it has a type sedan, limo, hatchback, wagon, and truck, and it has a door 4 6 4 4 2. We can add the same sequence. If you want to put your database inside, you can enter all the data. Say this one's going to be the ID of 6, and we're going to enter one more. We're going to put a 7. Say for example, now we're going to put another vehicle type is, we can say semi truck, for example, semi truck, and semi truck's got a 2 door, but it has 18 wheels. Okay, so this one's gonna be, for example, we can put a B double, or put a caravan, or we can put a caravan, and caravans got a, for example, with some caravans they have a 2 wheels, some caravans got doors. It has we can put a 2 doors, because caravans some of them have a 1 door or 2 door, and we can put a, for example, 8 wheels for the caravan. Okay, now we have inserted a lot of data in our table. So we have a sedan, we have a limo, we have a hatchback, wagon, truck, and caravan. So all in total we have 7. So what about if you're gonna come and see that we don't have anything? Say here we're gonna come here and put a number 8. We're gonna have say concept car, our alien car, for example. We put an alien car, our saucer. By alien they don't have a door, for example, then you guys need to put a null. And if it has say for example you don't know how many wheel, we can put a null. Okay, so control enter, and we're gonna check, and look in here, specification, doors, alien car is null and null. It means that there is nothing, we don't have any value. So if you look in here, the door is null because we don't have any value for the door. Time, there's going to be the times when you're going to work in the office or somewhere as a data entrance programmer. For example, if you guys doing and you don't know the value of, say for example, if it's a product or category, but at that moment of time you don't have the value, so all you guys need to do is put a null in order so for that way is next time you're going to come and check, then you know that this value is going to be null. At that time you didn't have the value, and you can put it you can alter it. It means you can re-put it inside here. You can change this one. So now we have effectively learned how we're going to create our databases, and how we created our tables, and how we select everything from our table. So now our tables have a lot of databases here. If you put a auto increment here, then you don't need to put an ID, because we didn't put auto increment. That's what we are making mistakes here. So 1 to 1 is supposed to be 3. So that's the one good idea to get around this one, is to put on auto increment. So that's the reason I've shown you. If you put a manual ones, then you guys need to put your ID number. But if you put auto increment, then it's going to be the MySQL's going to increment that one for you. Alright guys, that's it for this video. If you have any question or comment, leave in comment box. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.
Do, 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 do.